tutorial, we are going to check how ChatGPT or generative AI can be used to answer what are the most heritable human traits. So the link to the ChatGPT is provided, and we ask the first question here, which would be then, what are the most heritable human traits? And that's what ChatGPT might say. So at the beginning of it, you see, so it's giving us, so it says that it widely vary heritability in the human population depending on the various influences. But then the most informative part comes. So height, it's actually up to 80% of the variation in the height can be attributed to the genetic factors. This is heritability. So intelligence. The intelligence is kind of like a very controversial trait, and it was a very heated debate how intelligence is defined by environmental versus genetic factors. But then another eye color, hair color, skin color, certain diseases and disorders, and then it concludes that it needs to be considered with this high discretion. So, like, to what extent it's heritable. I, from this on, would like to investigate intelligence. Yeah. So, and we need to figure out the underground research and studies. So, therefore, I ask ChatGPT. So, what studies show that intelligence is highly heritable? And so here there's an answer coming. And specifically, it lists several sources. Specifically, I think 3. And one of them is, so we switch here to what I did before. Here, so it says twin studies, and these twin studies conducted by Thomas Bouchard and colleagues, and from this on I need to go to the PubMed and then search for the specifics of these studies. So this here, it says the paper which I would like to refer to is from Thomas Bouchard himself, and then it says the increase in heritability of IQ with the age. And then here in this paper, the main conclusion is that the IQ reach asymptote at 0.8 heritability in 80-20 years old. However, for the younger ages, so the different inheritability can be, it actually can go as low as 0.4. So for that one, we probably can move on. And then this family studies by Plomin here. So again, so I put it into the PubMed, and that's the result. So this Plomin. And genetic and intelligence differences, 5 special findings. So now this is Nature reviews, and that's review of his original studies. And then here, what we're interested in, heritability of intelligence increases of about 20% in infancy to perhaps 80% in later adulthood. So now the remarkable fact here is that only 20% in infancy can be attributed to the genetic factors. So heritability is low in infancy, and perhaps, and then very, very high in the late adulthood. So, and that one is also interesting. So assortive mating. So whom select to marry, and high intelligent people select high intelligent people, disregarding all other factors like height, weight, beauty, perceived beauty, social personality, and cultural background, and psychopathology. So it's all not correlated. Assortive mating is highly related to the IQs. So now we go to the we skip adoption studies, and then we focus on this ChatGPT pointing us to the genome-wide association studies. So published in Nature 2017, which is actually probably providing definitive answer. So again, PubMed gives us this genome-wide association meta-analysis of 80,000 individuals identified new loci and so on. So this is a massive studies, last say. What do we have here? So 336 SNPs associated and 18 genomic loci, which 15 is new. The main conclusion, so the twin-based heritability for intelligence, so they show that there's a substantial genetic correlation so of IQ, so with the genetic background, with this sites which they found, so rising the heritability to the level 0.9. So this finding provide new insights, so to the genetic architecture of intelligence. Then here we encountered a few elements like heritability and twin studies. And the twin studies usually focus on the concordance, so which means that correspondence of the same trait in the twins, monozygotic twins. So I asked it, what is concordance rate in the twin studies? And then it says that the answer says that we have to look at the monozygotic twins, and if the trait is the same, so that means it's highly heritable, in comparison to the dizygotic twins in here. So, and I still was not happy, and then I detailed question to how the concordance and heritability are related to each other. This is question to ChatGPT for better understanding. And then they say they are related, but concordance is strictly applicable to difference in monozygotic twins and sometimes dizygotic twins. So that's what we did with the fingerprints analysis. But heritability is the broader statistical measure that estimates the proportion of phenotypic variation in the population that can be attributed to genetic variation. So the heritability is inferred from concordance studies. Okay, that's what we're going to use in the disease analysis.